Hello and welcome to a Game & Watch for Pikmin 3. I usually start on the title screen, but the game goes right into the introductory movie, so let's start there. So yeah, this is the Japanese version, but luckily the intro is in English. So let's take a look right here. It should start in just a few seconds.
Galactic date 20XX. At the far reaches of space lies a planet on the brink of ruin. The planet's name? Kopai. Due to a booming population, booming appetites, and a basic lack of planning, Kopai's inhabitants have all but exhausted their food supply.
This sounds serious.
Their only hope is to find another planet with edible matter. Accordingly, they send unmanned scout vessels called Sparrows out into space. To their dismay, the search is proving fruitless. Just as they're about to give up, the final vessel reports back with news of a miraculous discovery. They mobilize to investigate the planet, which they name PNF 404. Kopai's last hope rests on 3 intrepid explorers. Explorer's 279,000 light-year voyage nears its end. But as they initiate the landing sequence, something goes horribly wrong.
I like how they don't even tell you what goes wrong. They're just like, yep, something went wrong. We don't know what, but something happened. So yeah, so we just finished downloading the Japanese version of Pikmin 3, as I mentioned, and yeah, we're going to start playing through it. I don't know how far we'll go. Maybe I'll try and get up to the point that I got to during the preview a few days ago. At least for this video, I mean. Now, unfortunately, the rest of the game is going to be in Japanese. Luckily, I know my way around Pikmin, and I also, played through this, as I just mentioned before. So hopefully it won't be too tricky to figure out, what's happening. So right now, we're waking up to the captain. I love that. Yellow Pikmin are like, what's going on here? I like how there's actually a depression in the snow too, where he is. That's a really cool detail. Yeah, so, right, so this is where it's going to be in Japanese from here on out. No, the things he actually is saying that you can hear, that's just gibberish. That's not any language. But obviously the text is in Japanese. Alright, so right now, I could look at my gamepad and it shows the exact same thing that you see on the TV there, or that you did see on the TV there. So, I mean, it really doesn't matter which one you look at that point. Whichever one's closest to you, I guess, or whichever one's easiest to read. So probably still the TV. Alright, so I'm actually playing with the Wii Remote and Nunchuck. So I'm moving around with the Nunchuck right now, and he's commenting about these Pikmin as I walk past them. So there's actually a little group over here I can grab. I love that one just lying down. He's like, yo, what's up, dude? Another one's lying down. Oh, man. They're so cute. Alright, here we go. But then they quickly turn ferocious. Alright, so, see, I can throw them to, I need to call them first. And I can throw them onto those mushrooms and they'll squish them. Like that. And that's useful because, oh, they can also disband them, to have them attack whatever I lock onto immediately. So that's really helpful, and you'll see me do that, later on in the video. So we only play as a captain for a few minutes before we take control of a different character, which you'll see in a moment. But first, we need to go use these Pikmin to get into a cave, blocked by these mushrooms. And there's some more Pikmin around here too. I think they come up later, unless... Yeah, there's a few more right there. Let's see, I can grab all the Pikmin that I passed earlier. Okay, I think, yeah, that covers it, so... So the pointer controls feel really good in this game. Like, you can play with the gamepad too, and in that case it controls like the GameCube one where your cursor and movement are locked together. But it feels really good being able to aim independently of where you're moving. Like, for instance, I can throw enemies while I'm running backwards, and then, or throw Pikmin while I'm running backwards. And that's not something you can do with if you're using the gamepad control exclusively. You know, just like the GameCube version. You go, Pikmin. Yeah. Alright, let's roll. We don't need to do that last mushroom. So we'll head into the cave. We'll cross over this little bridge here. And just look at the visuals. This game is a really great looking game. Love the water and the ice in the background. The falling snow. Alright, here we are. Okay, so I'm gonna spam my Pikmin. They're all gonna attack them. Yeah, they are just murdering these guys. Oh, I lost a couple Pikmin. Oh well, it doesn't really matter at this point in the game. Oh, they explode and their eyeballs just pop out? Oh my god. That's horrible. Alright, I think throwing actually might have been a better idea in that case. Alright, now if I remember correctly, this is where this guy's sequence ends. Yep. Alright, now we go to Alf, who's, you know, part of the three-man crew that came here, along with Brittany. And Brittany is one we'll come across, I believe, on day 2. Here we go. So this guy lands in the more tropical region, as you can tell. In fact, I think it's called Tropical Wilds. And there's our spaceship, the SS Drake. See, this game is just gorgeous, though. Clearly, the extra development time was worth it, I think. Oh, he's awake. Do you see how they have whistles built into their helmets now, actually? I mean, they've always had whistles, but you never saw them before. But now they're actually built right into the helmet. Now, that was kind of weird that they're, like, so high-tech, and they have these low-tech whistles, you know, put into their helmets. And you would think it would also ruin, like, the whole point of the helmet, which is to, you know, like, you know, protect them from the atmosphere. But that whistle's just gonna ruin it all. There's a red Pikmin. He's so scared. Alright, let's go chase him down. So there's their onion, right above them, and we'll knock it down by throwing Pikmin at it. So yeah, basically, I mean, Alpha is just commenting on the same things I am, basically. Yeah, I was gonna be like, what happens when I throw Pikmin at this? That's what happens. The onion drops. And so, as you can already tell, it looks a little bit different from the previous ones. And that's because this onion, there's actually only one in the game. Okay, I take that back. You actually find multiple onions in the game, you know, one for each Pikmin type again. But they all merge together at the end of the day. So you only end up working with one onion, really. Which is just actually way simpler. It just makes things, it really streamlines the process of pulling out Pikmin. Alright, so there's the cop pad, which is basically the in-game gamepad. And that's how you access all the sub-screens, like the map or tutorials and stuff. And in order to get to it, we're going to have to build a bridge. We'll grab the Pikmin there, so there's 4 of them now. And we'll throw them at the piles here. And then they'll just start building this bridge, and they'll go back to the pile for more. Which is really cool, but I can't even go anywhere on this bridge right now. I'm gonna steal this guy away and throw him on this pile instead. Yeah, I wonder which one... They should finish at about the same time, actually. So that worked out really well. So you can see I can lock on now. So that's how I could just spam them all if I want to at that one thing. Alright, this is going quite well so far. So one advantage to playing with the... so as you can tell, I do have camera control by pressing Z. And, you know, just like the GameCube ones, it centers the camera behind you. But if you're playing on the gamepad, you do gain full camera control. And that's where you can use the right stick to actually rotate 360 degrees, which is, you know, a slight, you know, which is a slight benefit, but I don't know if it really matters in this game that much. I don't know, I haven't played the game enough to say for sure, but I never needed it on the previous games, really, and, you know, Z works just fine. But, so, that is one advantage of using the gamepad versus the Wii or the nunchuck, but I don't think it's worth the cost of losing. You know, look how good, look how quickly you can aim and everything with this, it's perfect. So there's the cop pad, and for some reason the camera's freaking huge on the back. Like compared to like a, you know, an iPhone camera or something. So yeah, showing, we can, you know, we can see a map on there. And it's going to show us where we need to go, I think, too. Yep. Or no, maybe not yet. I have no idea what he's saying, I don't remember exactly. It's times like this I really do wish I read Japanese, though. Actually, I think those blue lines you can see is coming from the destination that we need to go to. Okay, do I need to do... Oh, here we go. Right, so that was my bad. I actually had to scroll the map over to those blue lines. And I had to do that by moving my finger on the control stick. Or on the touchscreen. Alright, cool. Now let's build some more Pikmin by throwing them at these plants. Alright, there's another one right there. Uh-oh. Alright, maybe I should wait till I have some more Pikmin. I don't want to lose any. Every Pikmin counts. Yeah, so if you bring back, you know, like in past games, the amount of Pikmin, the type of Pikmin carrying the pellets determines which Pikmin the pellets count toward. In this case, I had no choice but to use red ones, of course. But yeah, if you use the same color Pikmin as the pellet, you get a bonus. So even though those pellets are just one, because I had the red Pikmin carried, I think I got 2 for each one. Whereas normally I would only get 1 if a different color Pikmin had taken it to the onion. And like past games, you can just keep tapping A to have them automatically pull up all the Pikmin for you, which is, you know, makes things a little bit easier. And the cursor now shows how many Pikmin you have selected, which is really handy. Alright, let's take these guys out. Oh, these guys are pushovers. Alright. Okay, we got a big flower here that we need 5 to carry, which is the exact amount I have, I think, right? Yeah. Look at them go. So one thing is, unless you earn it later, you can't punch in this game like you could in past games. At least not yet. Unless it, yeah, I mean, maybe you earn that, but yeah, no punching ability. So it seems like the game's putting more of a focus on using your Pikmin. I mean, because in past games, you could kind of cheat, especially in like the caves in Pikmin 2. You could just like keep all your Pikmin at the start and then just run around and just kill every enemy just by punching them. It actually made things easier. It took way longer, don't get me wrong, but you know, it beat dying and repeating everything, so... And losing all your Pikmin. And actually, it is possible to earn that move later, because like right now I can't roll either with the D-pad, which we know is in the game. You can like roll side to side. So yeah, it is possible that I learn that move later. We will find out. I'm just using the whistle for no apparent reason at all. Just wanted to whistle. Just wanted that cone of light come up. Come on, Pikmin. So one thing that's cool is the AI in this game is way better. See how they automatically go toward the center of the bridge? In Pikmin 1, they would just fall off all the time. And the Pikmin have an easier time following you too. They don't get hung up on walls. Actually, I haven't seen them get hung up on a wall at all in my playtime, but I didn't test them too much when I was playing the game on Nintendo a few days ago. Oh, that poor guy, he doesn't get help at all. Aw, he looks so sad. He's just like sitting out there. Oh man, it's like grade school all over again. It's horrible. Alright, so that's a data entry. And when I find it, it's an explorer note, basically, and it's left by someone who came here before. And, I mean, I mentioned before who it is, who left it behind. Actually, I'll just go and say it, because I don't think we'll be able to tell when it actually does come up in the game, because it's in Japanese. But those notes were left by Olimar. And it tells you on the 2nd or 3rd day, I think. So that's kind of cool. Alright, I don't know. So we're getting a new app installed. So yeah, the Explorer's Notes. And we can check that out if we want. Let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, I'm tapping on the note. And we can bring up... So we have a whole bunch of tutorials from that note now. And, you know, the help much is in Japanese. But you can see the pictures, which is cool. And it shows you... You know, it'll give you, like, basic controls or tips and whatnot. Yeah. And it pauses the action while you're doing it. I already went that way. So, oh, no, I haven't gone that way yet. Right, I just pushed the box. Alright, cool. Well, let's head this way then. It looks like there's something on the radar we want to head toward. So, we have to go through this cave first. I don't know why I'm destroying this mushroom. It's really... I don't think they ever contain anything, as far as I can tell. And maybe I'll check real quick, just to make sure, but... In case you're wondering, someone asked how fast you can throw Pikmin, and it seems to be throwing basically 1-to-1 as I press the button, as far as I can tell. Yeah, it seems... Maybe, hold on, I'll throw it 10 times real quick, let's see. Okay, no, it's not quite 1-to-1, but it's pretty quick, so... But yeah, so you can't throw Pikmin quite as fast as you can press the button, but... I don't know, I should just disband them all to attack the wall. There we go. Alright. Let's roll on outside. I wish we could literally roll if I had that move, but we can't. We just have to walk outside casually. There's our spaceship. The SS Drake. So I will say, even though this game looks great, the ground textures aren't amazing. They actually do look very, like, GameCube era-esque. I mean, I'm sure they're better, but, like, you know, compared to... They look as crappy in this game as they did in those games, and they didn't look especially great then either. It looks fine at a distance. It's just too bad they couldn't, you know, make it a little bit higher resolution. And then we're answering a call from Brittany. See, she crash landed in a different area. I forget. Oh, the Garden of Hope is where she's at. So we'll take the spaceship to get there. Oh man, what's going on? So I think it's commenting that it's getting close to dusk, so he better take off. You know, otherwise the Pikmin get eaten. Although it's kind of weird because he just left the Pikmin behind. They do follow him in the Onion, but it does seem like a little bit of a gap in the story because we don't see him return. We never see him return them to the Onion, so they should have died there, really. But there they are. They're chasing us. All right, so yeah, we have 3. So this is basically, so this game has a time limit, right? And that's represented by how much fruit juice you have. So each one of those fruit juice represents, you know, when serving. And so right now we're 1 character, so it only costs us 1 per day, and that might even be the case for more characters. I'm not sure. So yeah, we're down to 2 supplies left, or 2 drinks left. So we only have enough for 2 days, 2 more days. So but luckily we can add to that time limit by finding more fruit and turning it into fruit juice, and that'll extend how much time we can spend. You know, playing the game. If you do end up running out of time, you can restart from a previous day you already played, and just pick up from there. So it's not nearly as harsh as Pikmin 1 was, where you had to restart the entire game. At least on the GameCube version. Alright, so he gives a brief, you know, I think like a recap of what happened in the day, like in Pikmin 1. Alright, blah blah blah, can't read any of this, so it doesn't really matter. And I think that's a pretty good place to wrap up the first day of Pikmin 3. If you want to see more, let us know. I think we'll just keep playing through this game and posting more days as we go through it. If you like our stuff, make sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter at GameXplain. There are links in the description you can click below easily enough. Yeah, and stay tuned for day 2 coming up real soon.